Hello and welcome back to Ayaron's world. Well, as you can see, I've finished the floor of the bedroom. And I've put like a little veranda patio out here. The reason why I did that is because the ceiling of this bit here was showing in the grass, was showing up there. And I didn't want to put dirt above it because that would have blocked some of the window. So I thought about it for a bit and I decided to make a little fenced off area here with a nice fence, where I can keep an eye on things and so on. Now, what I've been doing is I've been lighting up caves. I've been doing this off camera for a while. Basically, underneath where the mob spawner is, just down here, so that's the level of the mob spawner. So here, I found all sorts of stuff. There was a zombie spawner there, and then it dead-ended here. This is how I mark dead ends when I'm exploring. I put a pillar of 3 cobble and a torch up there. So that's zombies, so don't really feel that... Michael Jackson's spinning. Woohoo! I don't really feel the need to trap that, seeing as it's only zombies. Now, off in the other direction is a very extensive cave network. And I mean very, very extensive. I've been exploring it for ages and I still haven't covered it all. So, I'm not going to show you it because that would take forever. There wasn't really that much of interest. It opened up into an abandoned mine at one point, but there weren't even any spider spawners in it. So, nothing really to show you. Except, possibly, the resources I've gained from it. So let's go have a look at the supply room. So, I've got myself 3 melon seeds, which will go out and plant in the farm, I think, today, before we start doing anything else. I've got lots of coal, obviously. I don't think I've left anything cooking. But the real interesting stuff is this one here, where we have 21 diamond and 54 gold ingots. We also have a ton of iron, a load of rails, and I've been experimenting with the iron bars. I did have that plan of replacing these wooden fence posts that I put torches above with iron. Unfortunately, you can't put torches on iron bars, so oh well. And then there's some lapis and plenty of redstone, which will come in handy when we start doing that. I've expanded the storeroom this way enough for 1 more row of chests, although I've not used them for anything yet. I will do. And I've been cooking up plenty of stone because I want to make lots of stone buildings out of stone brick, because it really is a nice attractive material. Now, the vines that was meant to stop these spiders from climbing doesn't work. So just vines does not do it. Otherwise they would not be able to do that. Which means maybe I need to try the thing where it's slow stone as well. Once I go to the Nether and find a supply of slow stone, then I'll do that. If you notice that I'm actually using raw ore block to help mark that out. So I might reclaim that iron if I need it, and then I could just have one of those there, and that'll be good enough. Even though I've got enough diamond to make a diamond block, I'm not quite ready to sacrifice 9 of them in order to put a diamond block there. Once I've got silk touch, I might dig out. Does silk touch work on a raw diamond ore block? We'll find out. The mob spawner is working. You see that? There was a little bit of gunpowder there. It's not working quickly. The surface still isn't lit up, so at night the mobs are all spawning up there, and there's still probably a lot of caves underground that I need to light up. But it is working. I was worried that the mobs in the spawner were more than 40 blocks away from me, because in the new version of Minecraft, any mob that's... Those spiders are being very noisy. Any mob that's more than 40 blocks away from you stops moving, which means they'll just stand there in your mob spawner, which is a problem. But I got the coordinates of here. Oops. I got the X, Y, and Z coordinates of here and compared them to the center of the spawner. And the spawner is about 34 blocks away from this spot, which is good because plus or minus the 6 width of the spawning pads, it means that they're never more than 40 blocks away and they're never closer than 24. So by sheer luck, the spawner is actually exactly the right distance away. But if you guys are building your own spawners, you want to make sure that no part of the spawner is closer than 24 blocks to your collection point, but also no part of it is further than 40 blocks away. And that includes whatever route you channel the mobs to you with. Otherwise, the mobs are just going to stand still and not move. I've got a nice suit of iron armor, which is good. I've not made an iron helmet because that would cover up my hat, and you know I want my hat still to be showing. So, oh no, that's a screenshot. That's that. F5. There we go. Hi. So yeah, I wanted my hat to still be showing. So I'm not going to put on a helmet at the moment. If ever I'm going into a really dangerous zone, then maybe I'll temporarily put a helmet on. For now, though, that's it. I suppose that's an update as to what I've been doing off camera. What is my plan for today? Well, first we're going to plant these melon seeds, and then we're going to finish the top of this tower, because you know it's still just wide open to the elements, and you know basically I want to put a round cylinder on top, so it's not going to be a dome. Although the very top of it might be a dome. I'll have to see what it looks like once I'm building up the sides and so on. So it's going to be round. It's going to stick out. It'll stick out just beyond the corners, and then it will stick out more on the flat sides. And then I'll probably put like an iron railing around it and stuff like that. So let us make it be day before we head for the farm. Now I've got a nice supply of wheat. What I need to do, I think... Yeah, I've been getting some creepers annoying me around my front door, so I need to do something about that. That's the other thing I'm probably going to do, is I'm going to tear this outer bit down, all of it, you know, and I'm going to make like a nice courtyard there or something. I'll have to think of something, maybe glass roofed with fences around it. So it's sort of, you know, so that and the sleeping dome becomes a separate building, but they're both sort of in a nice safe compound. So we're now in Minecraft 1.1, which is good because walking no longer destroys crops or dirt earth. This is really good. This makes us happy. It makes it a lot faster to harvest stuff, because basically you can just walk about and then replant, and you're not having to creep everywhere, which was really slow and really annoying. And as you can see, the crops have been expanding. I had to move the position of some of these. This is where the water is, underneath these things. I'm putting a block there so I can put a torch on top, so it helps keep some of it lit at night, helps it grow faster. I had to shove some of those over a row or two in order to make sure that it was all hydrated, and so the crops would go in nice even rows around them. So I've got my melon seeds, so I'm going to plant them out here. Now, you don't need tilled soil to grow melon anymore. The actual melons will just grow on non-tilled ground. I've got a hoe on me, so I'm wondering whether you can plant seeds on non-tilled ground. You can't. So where you plant the seeds still wants to be tilled, still wants to be hydrated. Now, the melon, when it grows, will appear in one of the blocks adjacent to there. But what it used to be is that every time you wanted to harvest a pumpkin or a melon, you had to re-hoe the ground underneath every time, because otherwise it wouldn't grow. Now we don't have to do that anymore. So can do that, and I'll put one there. Now I'm going to destroy the ground around this one. Now, will it only grow on dirt? Like if the grass spreads to it, will it grow? These are things we need to experiment with. So I'm going to leave that like that, and that will probably become grass. I'll leave this stuff tilled, and we'll see which of it grows and which of it doesn't. So, top of the tower. So, I sort of pointed out how wide it's going to be. And I think I'm going to go with a height of, start with a height of 6, which might look to be about there. And then I'll step away from it, take a look at it, see what it looks like. Do I need to make it taller? Decide whether or not it should have a domed roof or something like that. So I've got a design for a nice circle, which should fit over the top of that nicely. So let us just grab a large amount of supplies, and we'll get to it. Well, certainly doing well for bones out of it anyway. Okay, let's get to the top of this tower. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want like railings on this staircase. Let me grab some fence posts and we can do some quick experimenting. I think I put the fence posts in here. And I've just noticed that there's some wood there which I don't need to keep there. So we have fence posts and iron posts. So I could like have a railing. It won't actually connect to stairs. I thought it would. I thought that there'd be like a cross bit there, and then I could have another one on top, and then I could do something similar there. But it looks like it's just going to be free floating. Although it still doesn't look too bad. It does crowd it slightly. The alternative would be these things, which also don't connect properly and look a bit weird. Look very weird, in fact. So we're definitely not going to be using those, are we? So let's get rid of them. It's a shame that these don't connect across. I suppose what you'd have to do is actually sort of put a block there, like that. And then that would be a block there. And this one. But that really does crowd this out and make it so much wider. And and it turns out defeats the purpose of the railing. Well, it would need to be like that, wouldn't it? I don't like that at all. I think it's ugly. Take it down for now. I like to have some form of safety railing on my staircases. But maybe that's why places like the Death Star And, you know, evil overlords' bases never have railings on their stairs and walkways. It's not that they aren't into health and safety, it's just it's too, you know, it's too ugly. So, one of the things I want to do is just mark where these windows are coming up to. So I'll be able to find them once the rest of this is built. So let's just go around and chop these out. Okay, now they aren't staying cobble. That's simply so that once this platform has been extended, so it's overhanging quite a bit, I'll still know where the windows are. So I need my wooden planks. I need the design of the circle, which I've got in a second window. And I need some music. Let's make this circle. Okay, there's our circle. As you can see, it's expanded the size quite a bit, because these are the original walls here. So at its widest it's gone an extra 4 out, and at the corners it goes about 2 or 3 out. So I'm going to make it be day. I'm glad falling doesn't damage your armour anymore. Make it be day, and let's have a look at that from outside. There are monsters nearby. This is why I need to expand the size of my compound.